Well, another loss for our football team, and I do think we played to win. I do think we played aggressive, and I do think they gave us some good effort. Unfortunately, we're not a good football team right now, and I think anybody that watches us play knows that. We've got a lot of work to do to get better at a lot of positions. We threw the ball out today because I knew it was going to be a track meet. We may have a hard time stopping them. I'd like to be a more balanced team, but right now we can't do that, I think, in order to win. And then once again, unfortunately, we made some costly mistakes that cost us. So I'll take the blame for the dumb penalties again. But everybody has to be into the game. Everybody has to know what their job is, whether they're on field goal block or punt block, and everyone has to be ready. And unfortunately, some things cost us, and you can't beat good teams making mistakes.
Questions? Raise your hand. Mike, to you. Mike?
It is a loss, but it's what David did tonight, and probably a combination of you wanting to be more aggressive and his performance is kind of evaluate what David did within the game plan you wanted tonight.
Well, David wants to win. He's a great teammate, and played a good game. There was a little lull there in the second quarter. I didn't think he was standing in there making throws, and we talked firmly on the sideline, and from there on he did. And he has to do that. And, right now I really would I don't want to throw that much, but I knew we had to. And he made plays. He stood in there. Our receivers made catches. Tight ends made catches. O-line played hard for having to pass the ball that much. So I give him credit for giving great effort. I do think our defense played harder. It's just we're not where we need to be. And, we've got to figure out maybe what to do different, how to get these guys better, and how to create some more competition because, the guys that are in there have to play better, have to work hard to get better. And if it's not happening, other guys got to get in there. But right now, we got some work to do in that area. So I just want to see our guys come to work next week and understand we got another tough opponent that we're going to have to do everything right in order to have even a chance to win. And, it's another loss that we just got to take on the chin and move on.
Jeff, on that last drive defensively, was there any thought to just let Missouri score? Was that something discussed on the sideline at all?
Yes, it was, and I did discuss it, and we thought about doing that. I've done it before a while back, and it actually did work. The game was tied. We had blocked a field goal earlier, so we decided to not do that. And but yes, I talked about it, and we didn't go that route.
Did you get an explanation on the Sparks overturn in terms of what part of the operation?
I assume it hit the ground, I guess. I didn't see it.
Jeff, was there any thought to calling the timeouts when they got the 2nd and 3 down at the goal line, or instead of waiting until after they had that first down?
At the end of the game?
Yeah.
Well, we used all of our, unless I'm wrong, we used all of our timeouts in that area. So I had no more left.
Jeff, in the second half, the defense did seem to play better, and you kind of touched on that. Is that something to build on going forward? It
is. We've got to create some type of stops, and we got to go back to the drawing board and figure out some things we need to do different. I think our guys just need to challenge things more once again, they had a good football team. They had big receivers, big old tight ends, a quarterback that could throw it. It would have been great to figure out a way to stop them. But you know what? They won the football game. We lost, so the credit goes to them.
Jeff, after 2 straight losses like this, what's going to be your challenge to get this team back up again against an undefeated Boston College program?
Well, the good thing is that up until now, I think our guys are playing, and I think they're competing. And, as much as you may not want to hear, I think they're giving us, to a certain degree, as much as they can. Now, we got to get more out of them, and we got to get them to work harder. We got to get them to improve. We got to get them to play with even more effort. But I think they did play today to win, and I think they came ready to play. And we played a good football team, and we had a chance, but we shot ourselves in the foot. And, you can't beat a good team by doing some silly things, and that's what we did. So we deserve to lose.
Jeff, just how close was Elijah to going, or was he a no-go from the beginning?
No-go.
Along those same lines, just what is the challenge of changing quarterbacks midweek based on an injury and kind of changing the game plan?
Well, fortunately, we have two guys that have played, so it wasn't a great challenge for us. As you can see, David stepped in and did a good job. It's important that position plays well, and I was disappointed in the first game in how it played. I think it played better in the second game. I think this game it made some plays, obviously, and played at a level that we should be able to win at, but we didn't. So we got to get the guys around it better. We got to continue to improve the quarterback play, and we can't make silly mistakes, and those things are hurting us.
Take a couple more.
If Sindelar is ready next week, how does your mind change on the quarterback situation based on how Blau performed tonight?
Well, we'll let it play out. I think we'll see how David feels too. I don't know what he has. Elijah couldn't go today. I don't know if he'll be able to go next week. We'll see. So before we even think about the decision, we'll just see the health of those guys and where that's at. I do like the way David competed today, and he hung in there and made some plays and played as hard as he could.
Is there one more? Anybody?
So are you saying that David is also a little bit nicked up then?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to predetermine anything until after the game. I talk to the doctors and see how everybody's doing. Hopefully he's healthy and ready to go. But you never know until you get the report. So we'll see. I know he played the whole game and did a good job.
Last one.
Just why the vertical passing success in this game? Was it the matchup? Was it something that clicked with your offense? Was it what?
Well, we took more shots. We did it on purpose. And two things. I knew going against this team and what they have on offense and where we're at on defense, we were going to have to be in a track meet. So we took more than we'd like to. I'd like to be a little more balanced. It's not easy to throw for that many yards. I don't care who you're playing, and that's a good football team. So we took more shots, and you know what? Our receivers came ready to play. David came ready to play. Our tight ends played. Our offensive line pass blocked. It's not easy to put up that many yards. So I credit the effort they gave and their performance. Just wasn't good enough to win. But, with where we're at, I wasn't going to go down being conservative. And if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And I feel like myself and our team went down swinging. We just happened to miss. Thanks.